Jobi, incredibly frustrating 2-0 loss to Scunthorpe here today.
Yeah, disappointing, particularly after the run we've been on. We wanted to keep that going really and keep the momentum, and despite starting the game fairly well, we had a couple of opportunities obviously early on that we should have taken. Of course the penalty, I've had a good chance that I should have stuck away, and possibly then the game's a little bit different. Obviously didn't come, and then to compound that, we've conceded a couple of real poor goals from our point of view, and just disappointed today that we didn't go on and get another performance that would merit a victory.
I think you touched on it there slightly, that the start to the game was superb, clear game plan, and we just weren't able to capitalise and get that goal.
Yeah, and it happens sometimes. Listen, we've gone away last week and very much back to the wall performance and found a way to win. It's not always going to go perfectly. We did start well, we did have opportunities, it didn't quite come. Disappointing thing again from us is that probably didn't sustain that as well as we could have done, because if we did, more opportunities would have come that from our point of view would have enabled us to win the game. So plenty to pick out from that, some okay bits, but certainly some bits that we need to improve on if we're serious about getting in the playoffs, which is certainly something we feel we're capable of. And
it's clearly fine margins today. The 2 goals, they've taken them well, and that was enough, and it really highlights what this league's about. Anyone can beat anyone.
Yeah, it's again something we know from being around it last year and this year. The big message is we've got to be at it for the full 90 minutes. It can't be a good half an hour start, can't be 45 minutes. If you're not quite there, then no matter who you're playing against, you will get turned over. So listen, again, there's plenty of time left in the season. As long as we're learning our lessons along the way, there's no reason why we can't get ourselves together. The big thing we want to do is put a real big run together. 5, 6, 7, 8 games unbeaten. We feel we're capable of it. It's just about doing it.
And in that second half particularly, frustrations were clear. It did feel like the game was stopping and starting for obviously referee decisions. That must have an impact on momentum for the side.
Yeah, again, it's just a little bit disappointing sometimes with the officials, their mannerisms. We're out there trying to win a game. We're obviously frustrated. We're disappointed at the score at a certain point in the game. So that can sometimes spill over a little bit, and probably the last 10 minutes or so after they scored it probably got a little bit bitty with that frustration, but that's something we've got to deal with. It's part and parcel of the game. It's nothing new, and again, from our point of view, there's no excuses on that front. We didn't do well enough at certain times of the game today, and that's why we haven't won.
And the positive out of today is that some of the injured lads who have returned, Lee, Craig, and then more minutes for Ruel.
Yeah, again, something I've been speaking about the whole season is the strength of our squad. You only have to look at the people that weren't involved today, the likes of Josh Wright, Jamie Turley, Jordan Thomas, to name a few, and obviously the lads that are on the bench. We are very, very strong, and I think over the course of the season that will stand us in good stead. It's about the lads pushing. I thought Ruel come on and did really well. It's great to see Lee back out there, and that's only going to bump up that competition for places and bring the best out of players. So again, second half of the season, I think that's something that will really help us.
Tuesday night we face a side in the division above. That'll be a nice test for the lads, and it comes very quickly.
Yeah, again, it's great when you have a midweek. Obviously it's tough in terms of the schedule we had earlier in the season, but the best thing about it is you haven't got time to really dwell on it. We've got a real big game now that we're looking forward to on Tuesday. I'm sure there'll be players there that hoping to stake a place in the team. People will get opportunities, and it's another game that we've got to go and just get back to winning games of football. It's the same group, regardless of who plays, that we've carried and will carry forward, and we need to have a mentality that one setback doesn't become 2 or 3, and that's the next opportunity to get back on track.